Hi boys and girls, it's Miss Rossi. Today we are going to be drawing some open doors. Let's get started. Last week we mastered drawing our 3D box, and this week we are going to work on drawing some open doors. Now, our door is open to endless possibilities because whatever you want to draw on the other side of your door is totally up to you. But I'm going to show you the basics of how to draw a door that is open so you can create more space on your paper while also creating a more realistic drawing. So you're going to need a pencil, an eraser, a piece of paper, something to trace your drawing with. I'm going to use a Sharpie. You can use any kind of marker or colored pencil or a dark colored crayon, and you're going to need something to color your drawing in with. You can use whatever you'd like to color in your drawing. I think I'm going to use crayons and colored pencils today. I'm holding my paper vertically today, like portrait style, so it is tall going up and down. I'm going to draw a rectangle right in the middle of my paper. Now this rectangle is going to be the opening of my door. So this is the doorway. So I want it big enough for me to be able to draw things inside of, while also having enough space to draw my door coming off of it. Once you have your rectangle drawn, we're going to do two diagonal lines. One is going to go from the top corner up, and the other one is going to go from the bottom corner down. Now this is almost like a one-point perspective where my lines are going towards the center to show depth. It's kind of like the same idea here. If you think you're going to have trouble drawing straight lines, you can always use a ruler. I'm just going to freehand it today. I'm going to do a straight line going down to connect both of my diagonals. And then off of these corners, I'm going to do more diagonal lines. But this time they're going to go the opposite way. So they're going to go down and it's going to be nice and short. This one's going to go up and it's going to be nice and short. I'm going to connect those, and that is actually the side edge of my door that shows like the width of it. So now I can add a doorknob right here. I'm going to do a nice oval shaped doorknob. And I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow on this side to show that we are looking at it from a side view. And since this is the side part of our door, you can even draw the little latch part of your door and color that in. Now the next thing I'm going to do is add my frame on my door. So most doorways have frames. From this edge of my open door, I'm going to draw straight across and back down. And again, we're just framing that door. So you're just making another kind of larger rectangle on the outside. Now once we get to the bottom, I'm just going to bring this straight across. We're not going to frame it along the bottom because that's where our door is meeting the floor. This same line is going to go jumping over our door that is open and connecting to the other side. I'm going to create some lines here that connect my corners of my open doorway to my frame. So those are just some diagonal lines going out, and that's looking good. Now we have our floor, we have our wall, so you can start to decorate around your door. Maybe this is your front door, or a door into your house, or a door into your bedroom. It could be anything, so you can add your details around that. I'm going to add a little carpet here. I'm going to follow those same kinds of perspective lines that I drew for my door. So as it's getting closer to my doorway, it's going to be getting smaller, so my diagonal lines are pointing in, and they are coming back out towards the bottom of my paper. So I can make a little carpet there. I'm just going to follow those lines to add some details in the center. Whatever kind of decorations and details you add around your door is totally up to you. Yours does not have to look like mine. I think I'm going to add some shelves right here. So I'm just going to draw skinny rectangles going to the edge of my page. Maybe I'll do a smaller one. Because I'd be looking at those straight on, I wouldn't really need to see the other sides. I'd just be seeing that front edge. Just going to make this one a little bit straighter. There you go. And maybe I'm actually going to add a little table underneath here. So again, I'd be seeing that side edge of my table. And the legs of the table. Now I can add some little decorations on top of my shelf. So I think I'm going to do a couple of books stacked up over here. And I'm going to do a picture frame. And then down here, I'll do a little plant. And maybe even another little plant. This one's going to have some big leaves that are coming down. I'm going to put a little dish with keys in it since this is sitting by the front door. And that's going to do it for my decorations, I think, around the side of my door. Now I'm going to focus on what I'm going to see on the inside of my door. So looking out your door, where does it lead? Is it leading into your backyard? Is it leading to some more fantastical, mystery, imaginative land? It's totally up to you. Maybe you're going to see something out that door like an animal or a person. Whatever you want to draw outside there is going to be great. Outside my door, I think I'm going to do like a outer space galaxy type picture. So I'm going to blend some colors together really well back there. I think I'm going to draw like a big planet right here. So I'm going to only have part of it showing by doing a big circle, and it's going to be Saturn. So it's going to have the big rings around it. I think Saturn has multiple rings. So I'm going to do a couple of rings around Saturn. We're going to stick with the planet. I'm going to add galaxy colors and stars in the back. But before I do that, I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to trace all of my pencil lines. So once you're finished and you like the way that your drawing looks and you have a plan for how you're going to color it and everything, get your marker, get your pen, get your colored pencil, whatever you're going to use, and trace over your pencil lines so they are more defined on your paper and they are easier to see. I think I'm going to use a skinny Sharpie today. A great substitute for a skinny Sharpie is any kind of dark pen. So if you have to do some fine details and outlining, you can always do those right over the top of your pencil lines with just a regular old pen, and that's going to work too. Most pens are waterproof, so they will be permanent just like your Sharpie if you were to go over anything with watercolors. So I'm just going to trace over all of my pencil lines nice and carefully so I make sure my lines are all straight and how I want them to be, and then I can start to color. After tracing over everything with my Sharpie, I went in with my eraser and erased any pencil lines that were still showing. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to color. When you're coloring your picture today, you have three options. You can color the entire thing, so color all of your details that you've drawn outside of your door and inside the room that you've created. Or you can do selective coloring. When you're selectively coloring, you're choosing certain things that will be colored and certain things that won't be colored. This is to add emphasis on those things that are colored and to create a contrast between what is colored and what you have purposely left black and white. So you can color in just what is outside your door to emphasize what's going on out there, or you can color in everything around the outside of your door. So your door, your doorway, your walls, your floor, all those little homey details that you added. And that will create emphasis on your house that you've created rather than what's going on outside the door. But it's totally up to you. Whatever you think is going to work best for your picture is what you should do today. I'm going to go in and only color my outer space scene that I'm having outside of my door. I think I'm going to use some colored pencils today, because I think they are going to be small enough to give me the details that I would like out there. So for my outer space scene, I'm going to be picking colors that remind me of a galaxy, like purples and blues and grays and blacks, and then also leave some white space for my stars. So I blended together a bunch of different colored pencils to make my galaxy background, and I went over the top with a little bit of silver Sharpie to add some stars at the end. Like I said, you can decide how you want to color in your background, whether that is outside your door or the opposite of what I did, and everything that I left white and black you color in, and you leave outside of your doorway black and white. That's totally up to you. You can do whatever you think is going to look best for your picture. I'm realizing now that I left my door plain and white, but if you want to add any details or decorations on your door, you can do that too. If you add anything to your door, you're going to want to follow those same lines that we drew around the bottom, just like if it's a 1-point perspective and your perspective dot is somewhere inside your doorway. When you're finished, take a picture of your drawing. I can't wait to see the amazing work you guys create. I hope to see you all soon. Try your best, have fun, and get creative. Bye!